is up, everyone? It is episode 90, recorded on Sunday, January 16th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Drew, alongside my buddy, John. And hey, John, what do you call a guy in a wheelchair with HIV?
I have no idea.
Roll AIDS.
After a long day at work, it's time to relax and tuck in with the Dads After Dark show with your hosts, Drew and John.
All right, John, I'm so happy to be here. It's going to be a fun episode. Tonight, we get to talk about Kirby 30. Yes, that's what Nintendo called it, not me. We're bringing back Guess That Record, all the way back to Andre the Giant days. And we're going to end the show with our 2022 predictions.
Can't wait.
It's going to be a doozy. It's going to be fun. John, what's going on, buddy? What a football game.
We just saw the football game. It got Dallas Cowboys versus the 49ers. We knew it was going to be a good game, and you missed a bunch of it, I guess. But I have never in my life seen a game that was so exciting at the end and filled with so many bad plays. It was embarrassing. And the game ends. The Cowboys had no timeouts, something like 40 seconds to go 80 yards. The Niners screwed up the punt. They screwed up that fourth down conversion. They screwed up everything.
Yep.
And the Cowboys actually did a good job getting down the field. They had 16 seconds left. They were in Hail Mary range. And I mean, I thought, Drew, go for the Hail Mary early. Even Romo was talking about it. The Niners were on the sidelines. Go for it now. You expect them to wait until a few seconds. Go for it now when they might not be ready for it. Because what's the difference if you wait a play or not? A Hail Mary is a Hail Mary. And they didn't. And the guy runs the ball. And everybody sees that the clock is hitting 0 except for the quarterback. They down the ball at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, if you had 15 to 20 seconds, you could have maybe got away with even 2 Hail Marys, right? If it was a non-catch, so it was an incomplete pass. But it was. I didn't understand the run, like you said, and you can't blame the ref. I mean, there was 7 seconds left. The ref has to set the ball, right? That's the rule. So you can't just set your own ball and then hike it. You can't do that.
Totally.
So you can't be mad at the ref. I mean, it is what it is. It was just a silly, interesting, weird play.
What does getting down to the 20-yard line do? I mean, you can throw the ball to the end zone. Either way, it's going to be some sort of heave to the end zone where all the Niners are back by the goal line. What's the difference if it's 20 or 50? I
guess you can throw more of a line drive target than a
sure, but the Niners are going to have 7 guys standing at the line. It's still a tough throw.
I don't disagree.
I like your idea. Throw a Hail Mary. Usually the defense is taught to knock the ball to the ground. Do a Hail Mary, and if it's not intercepted, if it's knocked to the ground, throw another Hail Mary. Double Hail Mary.
John, there's people that paid a lot more money than we do that make these decisions. So
well.
I got a vent because I don't know if you knew this, and I think this is nationwide. I went to Dunkin' Donuts the other day. I don't go often. Every once in a while, I'll treat myself to a iced coffee and maybe a some type of nice breakfast sandwich. So I said, I'm gonna get myself a nice coffee, nice ham, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. Sounded delicious. So I pull up to the window. I say, I order my coffee. I want a ham, egg, and cheese on English muffin. You know what the guy says to me?
Go fuck yourself.
Well, pretty much. That's pretty much what he said to me. But instead he says, sir, we no longer carry ham. And I said, excuse me? Yeah, we discontinued ham. I said, you fucking kidding me? I thrown off. I mean, have you heard this? I had to Google it because I didn't believe it. But it seems to be this is a nationwide pandemic here.
That Dunkin' is getting rid of ham?
Ham.
So did they have egg and cheese?
They did. I think they have sausage and bacon, but at the day, I just wanted a ham, egg, and cheese. That's what I was craving.
So what did you get instead?
I panicked. I just got an egg and cheese.
No sausage?
No meat, no
No.
sausage. No.
That's funny. You and I are so similar. I get the sausage cheddar when we go to Starbucks every Saturday morning, and you're getting the ham, egg, and cheese. Well, not the ham anymore.
Not anymore. I mean, I'll start going to Starbucks. That's a little bit further down, but I can make that happen.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Sorry, I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry too. It was unexpected. That's the worst sign.
Did you really say, "Are you fucking kidding me" on the intercom? Or
I said it to myself.
Oh, okay,
I was upset. I was upset.
I wanted to know how East Coast you really were.
You know what I did have today though is my new obsession. I'm kind of like a cheese snob, and I've been trying to buy all these exotic cheeses, and I bought this Spanish cheese, Spanish Manchego, and it's delicious. It's the best cheese I've ever eaten in my life.
Really? Is it like
It's like a hard cheese. It's like a Parmesan, but it's different. I just cut it up nice and slim into some couple pieces, put some crackers with it. Bada bing, bada boom.
Nice.
Delicious.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I'm happy. What else you got going on?
The beginning of February, I'm trying to think. Beginning of February is really exciting because we got Life is Strange coming out February 1st. There's something else coming. There's like something, I can't remember what it is, but Jackass Forever is coming out February 4th.
What is that? I want to see that.
Have you seen you've seen the Jackass movies?
Oh, big fan.
Okay. Jackass 3 was the last one, and oh my God, Jackass 3 must have come out like forever ago now. When did Jackass 3 come out? 2010. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I was gonna say 15 years almost. Yeah.
If you haven't seen, I'm talking to them, not you. If you haven't seen Jackass 3, it is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. And Jackass was a funny show, and the first two movies are funny. Jackass 3 is as funny a movie as I've ever seen. And for whatever reason, I kind of want to go see Jackass Forever in the theaters opening day.
I'll be going. I don't know if I'll be going opening day, but I will be going in the theater.
It would be. Have you ever seen a Jackass movie in the theater?
Yeah. I saw 3 in the theater.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's just so much fun.
It just seems like it'd be fun to hear other people just grossed out at the same time. So I really want to. Yeah. What day is February 4th? Is that like Friday? Okay. I might go.
Should we meet up? Want to meet halfway? What's halfway? Like Ohio or something?
Yeah, let's go. Let's see if Nick is around.
That's got to be about halfway, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Chicago. The longest Friday. I can't wait. The trailers, like they've definitely gotten older, and all the head hit stuff is like, ooh, I'm worried for their injuries. But
I know they're getting older. Now this is the one that Bam, they kicked them off the set or something. There's a little controversial.
There's no Bam in it.
Well, I guess he was on, but he had to sign a contract. He wasn't going to do drugs or something.
Maybe.
Did you hear about this?
I remember hearing it like last year.
Yeah, this is when they were filming it. He was supposed to be in it, so they wanted everybody back, and they made him sign a contract because he was a drug addict, and he's like, all right, I'm not going to do it. I want to come back. And then he was a mess and a shit show, and they said, nah, you gotta leave. You broke contract.
So it says he still makes an appearance.
Well, they probably filmed maybe a couple skits with him, and then eventually they said, you gotta go, buddy. You're out of control.
Yeah, and Bam's been kind of annoying and weird lately. He's always been a little nuts, but
maybe with all the shit with his dad and stuff in the old ones.
Yeah, didn't his dad die?
I think so.
I think he died. I hope that they reboot. I mean, this is a show you have to reboot because these guys are getting too old. I don't want to see them get like permanently disfigured. Yeah, but I'd love to see a reboot with some younger people.
Would you? Someone will die.
No. A reboot. No, a reboot with like younger, like a whole new Jackass gang.
Yeah, but nowadays kids are fucking idiots and they'll do something too stupid.
This is how we weed out the population, Drew. That's how you clean it up. No, I would love to see it keep going on. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of like creative people. Maybe not like, I mean, Johnny Knoxville's brilliant, but I want to see it rebooted. That's all.
Cheers to 2022 and resolutions you can actually keep about having clean and shiny balls all year round. Our sponsors at Manscaped are here to save your balls this year and make the ball drop into 2022 the cleanest and sexiest year ever. So set your first year's resolution with good intentions and join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use the code NINDADS, that's NINDADS, NINDADS for 20% off and free shipping. Now, John, I want to do something different this week, right? I don't want to talk about all their fun products. I don't want to keep reading more of their ad read. I wanted to go straight to the source itself. I wanted to go to manscaped.com, and I wanted to see what the American people are saying about Manscaped. So I
Smart.
went to their reviews, and I pulled out a few, right? So the first review is from Haley Y. And the title of this review is called Lads Approved. And she says, I got this from my boyfriend, and he loves it. And I do too. Want to know why she loves it? Because I don't have to help him shave his business anymore.
Oh.
LOL. Along with no more nits. John, have you ever had your significant other or maybe another female shave your balls?
I have.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is a common thing?
Oh, no, not like routinely, just for fun one time. Yeah.
Did she nick you?
I don't remember. No, I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm more of a just get it done type of guy.
Yeah, I mean, when you get a little older, you just if it's about the practicality, then no. But if it's like if you're trying to make it something kind of a little more, sexually interesting, I mean, it's a little fun.
I just can't see someone shaving my balls getting me erotic. But hey,
I know,
you know what? Hey, if it floats your boat, that's it.
It does sound like Haley does this routinely.
More of like a chore, like she doesn't enjoy it. But
yeah.
Maybe the boyfriend's a little on the chubby side. He can't really see or get to his balls, and he needs help.
Oof.
All right, here's the next one. This one just says, "Happy gift. My grandson loves it." ... John, here's the best part. It's from Rhonda. So, Grandma bought her grandson.
Oh my God.
How is that like a Christmas gift? I mean, this was posted on December 15th. Like, imagine your grandmother. I mean,
but that's on the 15th. I mean, was that an early Christmas gift, you think? Or maybe a joke. I don't know. When I get older, I'm going to buy all my grandsons Manscaped on Christmas while the family's all around.
That's I mean, everyone needs it. It's a cultural phenomenon.
All
right, last one here from Libby. Libby says, life-changing, ! I hate shaving my fiance's back.
What?
It's messy, and it takes forever. I bought him the Manscaped 4.0 package, and I shaved his back, John, mess-free, with the lawnmower in 5 minutes. We were shocked. Super impressed. Love it. God bless you, Libby. You shaved his back in 5 minutes, and they were both impressed. You think that turns each other on?
Can you do that with the Manscaped?
I'm guessing. I mean, if your fiance is a fucking gorilla, maybe.
How close a shave? I've never tried to get a really close shave. How close a shave can you get? With the man,
you're right. It's not baby's bottom, smooth shave.
Most electric shavers aren't, and I wouldn't want to. I'm just so perplexed by this for the back.
The back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not taking a straight razor to someone's back either, though. That seems unnecessary.
I mean,
how hairy is this person's back?
I know, like long. How long is that hair?
You know what, though? Sometimes I feel like you just gotta deal with it, right? Because then you're like at the pool, or you're at like somebody's house, or you're at the amusement park, and it's like, when you shave, it's like you have the little stubble. So like, imagine looking at somebody's back and it's just all stubbles.
I don't know if you could see that from a distance. I don't even want to think about that.
What if it's like the guy in front of you in the water slide line, at the amusement park?
You like just kind of run your hand on their back and
they don't.
Do you? Is that Manscaped? I Manscaped this past week. This was my rotation. Yeah. Always feels good.
It does feel good.
It is a good product to advertise. So if I mean, like, I can't emphasize enough. Like, this is a good product, dads.
I'll tell you what, I will keep this segment going because I'll tell you what, it's kind of fun looking at the reviews. So we'll see what we get next week.
All right, I like it.
But that's all we got. Manscaped, go buy it. Nindads, 20% off free shipping.
The Bounty Board.
The Bounty Board is back, and we have some good news.
Bounty completed.
Our first bounty has been claimed. Oh man, Drew, I'm really liking this. I wish we were eligible for this stuff.
I know.
Our first bounty that we ever did here for season 3. This is a new thing. Was to platinum any 3 activities in the practice section for Big Brain Academy, and it took a couple days. And the informant nails it.
So
3 platinums.
he reached out to me. He was chatting
Mhm.
with me. He was all
Mhm.
stressed out because he couldn't do it, and he was having a hard time with certain ones. And then he was trying to tell me that the birdcage one when you have to follow the bird.
It's the worst one.
He goes, it's fucking broken. You can't beat it because you have to watch the bird move, and then it takes time. He goes, I'm
Right.
telling you, I fucking killed it. I got like 900 points. And then like a day later, he's like, oh, if you hold A, it actually speeds up the bird.
Yes.
It's like a fast forward mode. He goes, and then I did it. So
But-
it was
And that's
Yeah, he was
incredible because you speed
incredible.
it up. It makes it harder to keep track of the bird.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've only
done.
platinumed 1. So
I haven't
3. That's great.
Well done. The former $10 eShop, guys. I mean, simple as that. You play a game to win money.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
Yeah,
So-
well done.
So now we have 2 new bounties.
That's it. Yeah.
Here we've got 2 of them. First one, this is for Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon. This game came out last week or a couple weeks. It's actually 2 or 3 weeks ago. I didn't buy it right away. I really love this game. I'll talk about this in a little bit. Here's a bounty for you. Beat the game with King Knight, and we will give you a $10 eShop cash. And let me qualify this a little bit. You have to do the full beat. This isn't the incomplete beat. I need the full beat.
Full beat it. Full blue balls.
Yeah, give me the 30-second video clip so I can verify it once you do it. But do a beat with King Knight. It should unlock an achievement as well. If you show me that achievement in your list, that will work too. So yeah, a King Knight beat. And I'll talk more about this later. So this is a tough one. There's always a chance somebody's done these, especially for these games in the past. This could be a tough one, so we'll see. But that's what this board is. It's not easy. We also have a second one. This one came up today. This is for a game that's not out yet, so nobody's done this. Find a shiny in Pokemon Legends Arceus. This game's coming out January 28th. This is not a bounty based on difficulty. This is a bounty based on rarity. Yep. And if you're going to play Pokemon Arceus, keep an eye out. As soon as you get that shiny, get a picture, send it to us, and we'll verify it. And this one is for 5, okay? Because it's not a difficulty thing. It's more of like, it's almost literally like a lottery. You might get lucky right away within the first 10 minutes. And we don't know much about this game. We don't even know that there's going to be shinies. We're just assuming.
We don't. And we gotta add our flair. So let's. I think the last time we did a peace sign. Let's do a little thumbs up. How about you put a little thumbs up in front of there? I mean, if you want to put your face in there, that's great. But we need to ensure that this wasn't some type of screenshot somewhere or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Thumbs up in front of it, showing that you did it.
Okay. That's it. So those are our 2 new bounties. If somebody wants to try to win both, go for it.
Bounty board's not done quite yet because we have to talk about Monthly Mayhem, right? We're in the middle of Monthly Mayhem, John, as we know it. Mario Kart 64 on the NSO Expansion Pass. We've got we have a decent amount of people already submitted their time trials, right? We're in the heat of time trials. We need to have all of those in by the end of the day, Saturday, January 22nd. So before you go to bed, submit them. I just need all of the scores submitted before I wake up Sunday morning. And then we're going to go head to head. There might be some buys. You might not make the playoffs. I don't know. I'm going to try to make it so everyone at least makes the playoffs. And then we'll do a little bit of head to head bracket play. Yeah.
Playoffs?
So, submit your time trials. We're playing 4 courses right now. What are we playing? Luigi's Raceway, Chaco,
Browser's Castle.
And what's the last one?
What was the last?
DK Jungle Parkway.
Oh, yeah.
That one's a bitch, too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Bowsy one was a bitch. I had to play that thing I probably played that one like 15 times to really get the hang of it.
I think that was the hardest. Yeah.
It's not straightforward, but
I played them all one time. And yeah, the other 2 were almost like boring because there's nobody on the screen. In fact, I didn't even know when to use my mushrooms.
Yeah, same.
But Bowser's Castle was just throwing me in the lava left and
right. What else we got going on, John?
That's it. Get your times in January 22nd, and then I can't wait to do the one-on-one battles.
Me too.
And we're gonna do some. Are we gonna do some like battle games, like real battles?
Like we gotta kind of get some battle games in there somehow.
remember we did the Mario Tennis tournament, and some rounds we actually did do the ring matches.
You might have to do some rounds battle.
Like something like that.
Head-to-head battle, best out of 3 of some sort.
That'll be fun. I feel like I'm getting my money out of expansion pack.
Well, that's true. You weren't even going to get it.
I wasn't going to get it. I still haven't gotten the N64 controller. I might when they go on. I mean, if they ever come back.
I use it. I love using it.
Yeah.
John, what's the last way all of our good listeners can get free money, free eShop money?
So we have talked about every month we are going to be running a lotto if you do reviews for us on Apple or Podchaser. This is not our last show. Our next show comes out the day of the last day of eligibility. But yeah, I talked about it. I'm not going to talk about it again here. The reviews mean so much to every single podcast. And so if you can go to Podchaser, if you can go to Apple and leave us a review, we have 7 on Podchaser, and we've gotten a bunch on Apple. Yeah. So thanks a lot, guys. Really need it.
7 on Apple.
Yeah, so a little bit after the end of the month. We say a little bit only because Apple sometimes takes a couple days to show up. So we'll wait a couple days before just to make sure. If you left a review in the month of January, we're going to throw you in a little lottery system, and the winner is going to get a $20 eShop card. 20. We're going to go to $10 for the rest of the months, but for January it's 20. So listen, we've gotten a lot of reviews, but clearly like we could be getting more. And look, $20 in eShop, just do it right now. Should we just wait around for them, Drew? I mean, we could just sit here and just wait. Right? Just do it now. I know you'll go, I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, whatever. Just do it right now. You can be
over.
You can get a $20 game.
$20 game. What's that? You could go get Pocket Dungeon, and then you could beat the bounty and get another $10.
It's like an investment.
It is investment.
Yeah. So leave your reviews and give us honest feedback, man. This is a new season, new format. Let us know what we're doing right. Let us know what we're doing wrong. We won't take offense, man. We love the feedback. So
I want a positive.
I can't guarantee Drew won't go after you. He's ham deprived.
I'm ham. That's it. Give my fucking ham. Alrighty, that's it though. Yeah, lots of ways. So help us out.
What we've been playing.
Drew, it's one of my favorite segments. What have you been playing?
It's always fun. You want me to go first?
I was asking you.
Oh, what have I been playing? Well, yeah, shit. I'll tell you what my kids have been playing. A shit ton of Lego games. Never fucking ends. There's always a Lego game for them to play. They're playing the latest. I don't know if I said it. They're playing the Lego Avengers 2, whatever the hell it is.
Oh my god.
80% off. 80, and that was include all of the DLC. So it was like $8, and it's fun. Sure,
and
whatever.
They're still playing on your account, right?
They are, because they're playing on my old Switch.
Yeah.
I just on my account. It's easier that way.
Your monthly Switch hours has gone so far up ever since your kids have taken over that second Switch.
Yeah, it's
they're making you look good.
Yeah, I know. That's the key. But anyways, I've been playing. I've actually beat it. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Very nice.
Wow, John, what a fucking game. Like, amazing. So unique. Such a different playstyle. If you're not familiar with the best way I can describe it, third person, you play as Star-Lord Peter Quill. He's the only playable character. Third person, I guess you could say hack and slash, but it's both melee combat as well as you using your guns. So it's really more of the shooting aspect. And then you have your other Guardians, right? You got Drax, Gamora, Rocket, and Groot. The best way I can describe it, John, is you're familiar with Xenoblade, right? So, you know, like Xenoblade, like you're kind of auto attacking and then you're hitting buttons. But in this way, you're hack and slashing with Peter Quill, and then you'd have this other menu for each Guardian, and they have 4 moves that you can also use. So it's like power moves that you can have them do. So It's really cool. You're controlling the other Guardians are auto attacking. But then you can also control them do power moves, and those power moves have, you know, the little diamond, just like in Xenoblade, that, you know, constantly is recharging once it's used. And then if you build up your bar, you can go into like the huddle mode. And the music, oh man, the music is fantastic. I literally like play this game on like loud on my TV just because it's so fun and you get so into it. But what I was blown away by was the story. I was so grasped into this story. Obviously, I've seen all the Marvel movies, I've seen the Guardian movies, but I never was too familiar with like the comic book series. So it is the game is based off the comic book, not the movies. It's a little bit different, but the story, they just do such an amazing job of telling this story between kind of like flashbacks and current, and kind of making you think one way and then other way. The game also has a lot of decision trees when stuff's happening. And if you make the right decisions later on in the game, you'll see how it actually benefit you or hurt you. Like for example, let's say there's a big army. An earlier decision in the game may make somebody come back and destroy that army, or if you made a bad decision, you might have to fight that army. So there's a lot of stuff like that that's just fantastic. Such a smooth game. I played it on the cloud. I think twice I had like connection was low, but I never lost the game. It just switched to like almost like a 480 graphic for probably like 20 to 30 seconds and then bumped right back up to, HD graphics. Super smooth. I played between 25 and 30 hours. There's some collectibles that you can find. There's outfits. So you can find outfits that can change your cosmetic look. As well as tons of upgrades and items you can find along the way. John, I want to give this game a 10 out of 10 so bad, but I can't. I have to give it a 9.5 because I did come across 2 glitches that had nothing to do with the cloud, but I did have to restart both times. One of them drove me insane. I was progressing through a level, and I noticed all my other Guardians were like not there anymore. So I was like, what's happening here? Maybe it was part of the game. Like they had to stay behind, they had to do something solo. And I couldn't figure it out. And then I went back and the Guardians were all just standing there. So like something happened where like the Guardians froze and they didn't follow me. And I needed them to progress. So I had to restart it. And then another one was like I opened a door with X, and then like the X button stayed on the screen. Like it was almost like it froze. So then like when I couldn't use the X button anymore. So I had to restart it again. So
a little glitchy.
9.7, but the game, it was absolutely awesome. Besides those 2 little hiccups, I had 0 problems with the cloud and stuff like that. Fantastic. Nice. Can't recommend it enough. So
I've heard really good things from people that play it, and I try to get a sense, especially from you, getting a sense of, because there's some kinds of games you don't play because you're a Nintendo only guy. And like in my mind, I'm like, is this like a Tomb Raider game? But he just hasn't really played the Tomb Raider games, or something similar to that. I really do want to play it, and yet I don't want to. I don't know. I hope this comes to Game Pass, maybe. But I'd love to play it. Actually,
I bought it on sale, and it definitely. You're right though. In that way, it felt like a game that I never played before. Just from the graphics and the style. And I'll tell you this: my kids were obsessed with it. Like I couldn't really play without them. I only really played on the TV. They just loved watching me play. It was weird. It was weird, but
and did the cloud aspect, is this the first game you've played through completely on the cloud?
Yes, it is.
How would you rate the cloud experience? Just forgetting the game, just your experience playing it on the cloud.
For my personal experience, it was so good that I would play every game as a cloud game if I was forced to.
Did you feel any input lag at all, or no?
Like I said, a couple times. But if I played for, let's say I had 25 sit downs to play it, maybe like out of like 2 or 3 of those sit downs, I experienced it.
Okay.
Does that mean, what I'm saying? It wasn't. It was a very low percentage of issues, and I'm sure it's just for whatever reason, and that was all through Wi-Fi. I'm not hardwired in or anything on my Switch.
Okay. Cool.
What about you?
I am continuing to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That's good.
I'm still not done with it. I'm about 26 hours in. I didn't expect to be done at this point. I'll go a whole day or something without even picking it up. But then it's very easy to pick up and play at any given time. It's, sometimes when you don't play a game for like 2 or 3 days and you come back to it, you feel a little lost and you're kind of not in the mood. This game is like very pick up and play. I'll come back to it. Been a day and a half, and I'll just come up and I'll just be like, okay, let's, look at my quest board, see something I can work on and just do it. And the controls are real easy. Battling is really easy. There's just not a lot of complexity to it. And that's what I love about it. I would still say of all the open world games, like if you compare this to The Witcher, and Kat Bailey did on NVC this week, and what she said was exactly right. If you compare this to The Witcher has so much heart and the quests are so interesting and unique. This game is really just go here and fight people, go here and find something. There's not a lot of variety to the quests and not a lot of characters. Like when we played The Witcher, it was like, oh, Triss and Yennefer and Geralt and all that stuff. They had such personality. And this game doesn't really have that. There's one guy, if you've played the game, Ivar. I loved Ivar. But besides that, even the main character, but it has such a great quality of life to it. The controls are easy. If you want to get your horse, in so many other games, you have to call your horse. Remember Witcher? You call your horse will show up some distance away from you. You have to go run over to them. So sometimes when you're running towards the next place you have to go, you almost don't even want to call your horse because you're just, I'm running. Let's just keep running. I don't have to go stop and find the horse. Red Dead was like most of the time in Red Dead, if you called your horse, there's no horse there. Like you couldn't just call your horse in the middle of nowhere. This game, you can call your horse from anywhere. You could ride your horse into the river, see the thing drown, swim across the river, call your horse, and your horse immediately comes to you and actually will run right up to you to the point where you can just tap X while you're running and still just jump on the horse. It's seamless.
I like that.
There's so much quality of life in the game, but there's not a lot of life in the game. So it's not going to go down as like one of my top 10 or 20 games of all time. But I really just enjoy playing it. Sometimes I'll just do a raid or two, build up my town. So sometimes if I just don't want to do main quests, then I don't do main quests. So I still got a ways to go. This is a long game. So I'll talk a little bit more about it each week. But I haven't finished with it yet. The game I did want to talk a little bit about, though, Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon. Wow. Drew, wow.
This game. I'll tell you what, it looks from trailers and stuff fun. I will say.
It is.
Tell me about it. Sell me. See if you can sell me on it.
Okay. I remember when they introduced this game, they introduced two games, I think, at once. This game, Pocket Dungeon, and then Shovel Knight Dig. And Dig looked somewhat like SteamWorld Dig. Looked very interesting. I liked it. This one looked like a mobile game that was just one of those puzzle games.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. This is not that. It is a puzzle game to an extent, but you are literally moving your character in the board. There's boss battles. There is a lot of strategy to it. And yes, like you have to connect things to be successful, but it really has to do with the damage. So the way it works is you're a Shovel Knight, you're in a little puzzle board. It looks like a Tetris board or a Columns board or, Candy Crush, and pieces are coming down, and they come down. And if there are like 5 skeletons next to each other, horizontally or vertically, not diagonally, and you attack one of them, it'll apply damage to all of them in that, what they call a chain. The thing is, when you attack a skeleton, if you don't kill the skeleton, it hits you back for 2 damage. So every time you attack, you are taking damage from the one character you're hitting. So if you hit a chain of 5 skeletons, it's not like 5 skeletons all hitting you, just the one. That's part of the strategy. There are items you can get which can make your attack stronger. There's items like shields that can prevent a certain amount of damage, usually just 1. All sorts of items. You can there's like a I think it's an axe, where if you hit the character, it'll be normal, but they'll be set on fire, which means they'll take 1 damage twice in the next couple seconds. So you can use all of these to sort of mitigate and lower the damage that you're applying. And that's really what the strategy is. The strategy is to get items to mitigate damage, to make it more efficient to kill enemies, to try to wait for chains. And if there's not a chain, try to create a chain. So maybe there's you're hitting some skeletons, and then there's like a bug, and then there's a couple more skeletons above it. So maybe I'll go kill the bug, and then the skeletons come down and they connect into the chain. So all of this is happening. If the board fills up, you lose. And this game is very much a roguelike. If you die, it's over. You can play it. If you lose all your health, you'll die. But you can actually change the game mode. They let you change it right in the beginning, where if you die, they'll let you come back. I don't even know what it looks like because I never played that way. But if the board fills up, you're done. There's no coming back from them. So I'm not sure what the penalty is when you die and come back. It's called infinite stock. But I just play, if I lose all my health, I'm dead. And I love this game from beginning to end. It wasn't like Loop Hero where I really loved it at first and then it got really grindy. I loved it. And then as the game changed, as you unlock characters, every few levels you fight a boss and then you unlock that boss as a playable character. I think there's something like 12 characters in the game, all the knights from Shovel Knight, and then there's some new characters. And so it's so fun when you unlock a boss, you can then play as that boss. And the game challenges you to beat the game with every single knight in the game. I did not do that, but I did do a full beat of the game with Mole Knight. And every character has different play styles. So Shovel Knight is a very basic character. You attack chains, yada, yada, yada. His real special gift is that when he hits a chain, I feel like I'm getting too much detail here, but if he hits a chain and he kills somebody, everybody else in the chain takes an extra piece of damage. Cool. Mole Knight can actually flip. He can actually flip two pieces. So you can move up and flip the piece in front of you and the piece 2 pieces in front of you. So you can actually create longer chains before you attack them. And he can also flip with that piece and move through the whole mess. So the whole stack. So there's a lot of potions in this game. You always need potions because you're taking damage as you attack chains. And so if you get weak, you can just go right, into the pile, grab a potion. I had so much fun with this. There are 50 feats in the game. If you played Shovel Knight, you know what a feat is. It's like an achievement. I think I got 37 of them. And I'm probably going to come back to it at some point, pick some other character and just try to work and get better with them and try to beat the game with them. But like with each character, their play style is so different. You're kind of starting from scratch and having to learn new strategies, ways to approach how you play them. So for example, we made that bounty with King Knight. King Knight's skill is if you attack an enemy from 3 spaces away, your attack will be 3 stronger. Okay. But if you don't kill that enemy, you'll take an extra bit of damage. So your play style is completely different than with Mole Knight or with Shovel Knight. I really loved it. What is it? It's January 16th. This is my game of the year so far. It technically didn't come out in 2022, but this is the best game I've played all year. There's plenty of games to come out, but I really love this game. I'd recommend it if you're looking for something, but it's a puzzle game. So if you don't like puzzle games,
I don't think I'm sold, John. Not sold.
Yeah, I tried, man.
You did a good job. It's not your fault. It's the game's fault.
The Shovel Knight universe is so full of amazing games. You have the base Shovel Knight, you have all the DLCs, which are really like completely new games. They all have new levels. There might as well be new games, but they gave it to you for free. And then we've got Pocket Dungeon, and Dig looks really good. And I was marveling on Twitter that, Yacht Club, every game is so good because they even publish Cyber Shadow. So Yacht Club is like a seal guarantee, a seal of approval. Right now, anything they put out, I'll play.
It's chit chat time.
Drew, let's kick this off. NSO putting out another game for free for a week. I know they've done this a few times already. This time, Captain Toad.
Fantastic.
And this is a game that I've played through 100%ed when the DLC came out, bought it 100%ed. Love this game, but you played on the Wii U. You didn't play it on the Switch. How has your experience been with you're playing with Amy?
I am. The wife and I are playing. We picked it up the first night. It came out a couple days ago. We think there's only like 4 days left. It's fucking fantastic. This is a fun, unique game. It's hard as balls in a way. Some of it is, you know. But yeah, we're having an absolute blast. We're in the middle of episode 3. I want to say. I forget how many episodes there even are.
The chapters.
Well, they call them episodes.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, episodes. But yeah, we started off 100% in every level before we moved on.
Have to.
And then we quickly realized that if we kept that up, we would never probably see the end of the game unless we bought it. Just because it takes time, right?
It does.
And then even finding the little pixel toads are sometimes tedious. But yeah, it's fantastic. We're having a blast with it. This is great. You know, this is one of those things. I don't think that we're gonna go spend the $30 and buy the game after.
Yeah.
But this was like a 7-day. We had a week. We had the whole weekend. We played it. It's fun. The kids watched us a little bit. We played at nighttime after the kids went to bed a little bit. Yeah, it's just a great. If you've never played it, I mean, one, just go buy it. Simple. Just buy it. Don't feel pressured. But this is a fun game too to even play with your kids. I know you played through it with your son, and yeah, it's great. It's a great co-op game.
Yeah, and they gave the DLC away, I think, because the co-op, I think, was the DLC.
Oh, really?
If I remember right, when this game first came out for the Switch, it did not include the co-op, but the co-op came out after it was released on the Switch. Because I remember we had to go back to it because my son played through the game and I played through the game, but we didn't do it together. And then when the DLC came out, we played it together.
Yeah, it's definitely easier, the co-op. I don't remember the pixel toads too. Is that new?
That is not new.
Oh, okay.
But I think they don't get unlocked until maybe when you finish each episode, and then you come back.
Yeah,
they're not there the first time through.
Agreed.
And I find them fun to go for because you hear a little sound.
Yeah. Yep. No, this is cool. This is great. I hope to see more of this, especially with the first party games that maybe they didn't get as much attention that they wanted to. But this is great.
Do you think that's the strategy? Like, they have this game. It's probably not getting any sales right now. It's a little older, and by putting this on NSO, it just generates some buzz. Maybe, like you said, people don't finish the game, and then they decide to buy it or something like that. But it's generating buzz.
I think it's also a nice little freebie for like a reward for those people that are paying for the NSO. Maybe it even makes a couple people sign up for the NSO. Yeah. Who knows? It's lots of things, but great. I hope to see more of this.
It's such a good game. I really hope they make a sequel with some new tweaks in it.
Agreed.
That's awesome. We've got some questions from the Discord.
Questions.
First question from Chris HL94. What is the best Zelda game on the Zelda Game & Watch?
That'd be Link's Awakening is the only answer.
Oh, the Game Boy game. I'm tempted to go and say Zelda 2 because I just love the RPG aspects of Zelda 2. But honestly, just got to say the original Legend of Zelda. I mean, it's so classic.
So easy to pick up and play.
The fun part about that is that you can put in, what do you have to put in? Zelda, and you'll get the Master Mode, which is, I don't think I've ever played through the Master Mode version of it.
I never beat it. I don't think the Master Mode, yeah.
I want to beat Zelda. I want to beat all the games on the Game & Watch, but I haven't done it yet because there's no headphone jack. So I can't play it at night with headphones. But yeah, original Legend of Zelda really is the best game. I don't know how you can pick is it the Game Boy Color version or the Game Boy Color version?
It is the original Game Boy version.
Okay. Do you want to hear something funny real quick?
Yes, is the colored version.
So this week I purchased the Analog Pocket, which is that portable system that plays Game Boy and Game Boy. And I wanted to purchase it, but I have to wait till 2023 till I get it, which sucks. But I just decided this week, look, let me just buy it. I want to own it. So I did. But I was playing with, I have two modded Game Boys. Here, I'll show you this one, Drew. This is my modded Game Boy Color. Yep, so it's got a brighter screen, right? Okay. It's got a nice new screen.
That is nice looking.
The only problem with it is the screen's still fairly small. It's the same size as the original Game Boy Color screen. I also, and it's a little too far for me, but I have the modded original Game Boy. And the screen on that is so beautiful because the screen on a Game Boy is actually bigger than the Game Boy Color. It's so beautiful. And I actually love that one more than this one. So I had Link's Awakening. So I was messing with it because I was trying to decide if I want to get the Analog Pocket. I have Link's Awakening DX. I played it on the Game Boy Color and it was like, okay, whatever. It's in color, whatever. It was a little stuttery. I played it on the Game Boy, original Game Boy. It was so much smoother, and the sort of the what would you call it, like green and the black and white graphics, the same monochrome graphics. It looked even better, and it might be because that screen is bigger and more vibrant. But I was like, if I played through Link's Awakening, I was like, I might just play it on the Game Boy. It's beautiful. But
wow. Anyways,
okay.
Good question.
Next question from Bruce. Hello, Bruce. I'm Bruce. That should be Togo Bap. Is there such thing as a point and click porn?
Well, I can say I looked this up. I Googled this. And let me tell you, you shouldn't do that. First of all.
Incognito mode.
But I've also found in my research purposes only, there's many real life point and click porns. There's pretty much anything on the internet. Just to be completely honest there, you can pretty much find anything you want. And Bruce, there is 100% a point and click porn out there with your name on it.
Maybe something for the bounty board someday. I got 3 words for you, Bruce. Leisure Suit Larry. Played through a lot of them.
That's as close as you're going to get.
We have another question from Mecha Dragon 101. He says, do you think Tim is as lewd as I think he is? What do we think about Tim?
I think everyone has a little bit inside of them, wanting to get out sometimes.
I think so too. Did you see he played a game called Headland?
I did.
I think that's part of it. Tim was really excited to play Headland, and I don't know if he knew what that game was about, but I think he was really hoping that it was something a little bit lewd. I don't think it was, but I mean, if you've seen the cover, Google Headland, all one word, game.
Isn't that the one that was in the Indie Direct?
I don't think it was. Was it? I don't think it was in the Indie Direct. I don't think it was in the Indie Direct.
Maybe
but I mean,
the other one.
If you imagine Headland, I wonder what that game's about, and said whatever, and then looked at the icon for it. I mean, they know what it's about. Just look at the icon for Headland. It was hilarious. That's what I got to think about that. All right. We got a voicemail from Sean Abbott.
Ooh,
let's take a listen.
Let's do
it. Hey, guys. It's Sean from Game Pass News. Just on your last week's show about pegging, I was wondering if you want to kind of dip into another topic, which is kind of a thing in the UK. I don't know if it's a thing over in the US. But if you want to Google cottaging, especially look at the Urban Dictionary meaning of cottaging. Get back to me on that.
Cottaging, John, like a nice cottage in the woods, but turn that into a verb. And good Lord, would you like me to read that out loud? The definition on Wikipedia.com.
You go ahead.
Cottaging is a gay slang term originated from the United Kingdom. There you go. Referring to anonymous sets between men in public lavatories, or cruising for sexual partners with the intention of having sets. Hold on here. Anonymous sets between men in public lavatories.
Is it okay? It is, yeah. My first thought is, why does that have to be between men? But because, I guess a man and a woman having just anonymous sex in a public bathroom is just something that doesn't fly.
That'd be called cabining.
That would be, yeah.
I mean, wow, Sean. I can't say I've ever heard of cottaging before, but anytime I now use a public lavatory, I'm going to listen to see if I hear any too. So let's rewind here even more. Anonymous sets.
Is there a hand signal? You'd be like,
like that means it's unplanned, right? It's just like, hey, you want a cottage over there? How does that? Like,
There
you just
there was a scandal several years ago. There was like a Republican congressman who was in a bathroom and then like I think the story was shifted the leg underneath the stall door as like a sign for something. It was a senator, Larry Craig, and it was basically indecent behavior in a men's restroom. And I wonder if that's what it is. It's sort of like
look,
you
I
kind of
got some more info
slide.
here. I got
Okay,
more info here.
all right.
Cottages were and are located in places heavily used by many people, such as bus stations, railway stations, airports, university. Often, glory holes are drilled in the walls between cubicles in popular cottages. John, now here's to the original point you asked earlier. Foot signals. Tap in a foot and slide in a foot slightly under the divider between the stalls, attracting the attention of the occupant of the next stall. There you go.
That's
so
the
next time you're
sign.
taking a dump, make sure you don't accidentally tap your foot. Like if you're taking a shit and you have the headphones on, you're listening to some music, be careful you don't start tapping your foot underneath the stall next to you. Because let me tell you, folks, you're inviting that person over to do a little cottage.
I've got the idea that the odds of you making that signal and having it reciprocated is probably pretty low. So I'd have to imagine there's like this known time frame and known location where this happens and people just kind of go at that time. And yeah, you give a little signal and there's a much better chance that the person knows what you're doing.
Since the 1980s, more individuals in authority have become aware of the existence of cottages in places under their jurisdiction and have reduced the height or even removed the doors from cubicles. I'm assuming that means lavatories. Maybe that's a UK thing. Cubicles?
They did that in Denver. I think it was
That's
more
why.
for drug use, but maybe not.
No,
But like
cottage.
our bus our bus station didn't have stall doors. So that prevented like certain activities, but it also prevented me from using the stall because I'm not going to go take a shit with no stall door.
I will.
So
I could
it's like,
care less.
yeah, it's just ruining. There's no way you can make eye contact with somebody like you're.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I'd look right at him. And I just look him in the eyes and just rip one.
While you're eating your ham, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Yeah, it goes right through you.
Yeah.
I did go on and on. This is quite a wiki page, to be honest. They talked about historic cases, right? Let's see if there's any recent ones.
Are we still doing this? I don't know if I really want to keep.
Senator Larry Craig.
Yes, I told you.
Look at that.
Yeah, I remember these things.
Man, there's a lot of cases for famous people here. All right, let's move on. What else we got?
Please, let's move on. Good segue. I want to play a quick round of Fuck, Marry, Kill with you, Drew.
Classic.
I came up with a couple scenarios I thought were funny, and I spent a little time on it. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Ready for this, Drew?
I'm always ready.
Drax, Rocket, and Groot.
Drax, Rocket.
Drew's face was great.
Groot.
In honor of Guardians of the Galaxy for you. Drax, Rocket,
I feel
Groot.
like I would probably... Let's start with Drax. I'd kill him. Because if I don't kill him first, he'd probably kill me first.
Okay. He's a big dude.
I probably would fuck Groot, because let me tell you, that'd be something else, man. That's like one in a lifetime. And Rocket, Rocket just seems like a fun guy I want to be around the rest of my life.
All right.
So I'd marry him.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, God. I'd probably marry Rocket, too. He'd be funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Who are you going to... I don't know. I'd probably go with what you said.
Okay.
All right. Fuck, marry, kill. Kirsten Dunst, Emma Stone, or Zendaya?
Who's Zendaya?
Zendaya. These are the MJs of the 3 Spider-Man movie sets. Zendaya plays MJ in the newer Spider-Man movies.
All right, so
these are all the MJs. Technically, Emma Stone wasn't an MJ, but these are the MJs.
That's right.
This is gonna be a little more difficult.
This is. I just want a picture so I can visually see him. I got him up now. This is tough. Dunst. Who's the other one?
Kirsten Dunst, Emma Stone,
Oh,
and
that's right, Emma
Zendaya.
Stone. Kristen Dunst. I feel like I gotta marry her because I feel like she seems like that type, and Emma Stone seems like a good fuck, and Zendaya just seems too young for some reason. How old is she? So I feel
You're
like
right. She is young.
so I feel like
she is
fucking
25.
or
She's
marrying.
25. Okay.
Okay, that's not as young as I thought, but that's what I'd go with.
So you're killing off Zendaya.
Yeah, it's something about her. She just seems a little too young. I don't know, but she is funny. I kind of like her, but
Okay. It's a tough one.
there's no really right or wrong answer. I feel like, you know.
No, I think it's whatever your taste is. It's tough. I like Kirsten Dunst, very cute in the first Spider-Man movie. That's the
That's what
dimples.
I feel like she's just like an everyday woman, right?
Yeah. It's a tough one. Emma Stone. I don't love Emma Stone.
That's why one and done
in the movies. Yeah. It's tough. She'd be fun to marry, though.
I think there's no wrong answer here. I really don't.
All right. I'm not going to answer it. We're just going to stick with yours.
Okay, good.
All right. Last one. Fuck, marry, kill. Toby, Andrew, Tom.
Whoa.
The 3 Spider-Mans.
I'm going to start off easy. Toby's got to go. I'm not a fan. Killed.
It's my Spider-Man. You just killed my Spider-Man.
I feel like I'm gonna fuck Garfield because I feel like he might be kind of sexier, and I'm gonna marry Holland. He seems like a fun guy. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
All right.
That's where I'm going.
All right. I like it. That's
Okay.
it. I'm good.
Well, that was fun. I'm glad you did that. And now I have a game for you, John. I gotta get my side piece action here. I have notes. All right.
Okay.
So, guess that record. As you remember, I went out in the world and I found some random Guinness Book of World Records, and I'm going to see how close you can get to the actual numbers.
36 beers.
The first one. What is the average weight of a U.S. man over the age of 20? This was based on a conversation we had earlier in the week.
Oh. Am I getting a multiple choice here, or do I have to just guess?
No, this is just your guess. The average United States man over the age of 20 to be eligible.
Over the age of 20. Okay. Like older people, elderly are in this number. They tend to be lighter. So I'm going to say
fat fucks too.
There are. I'm just going to say I'm going to say 198.
Wow, that is the correct answer.
That's the answer.
That is the answer.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, you win this segment. I'm not even sure if we have to play anymore. All right.
I was gonna say an even 200. You would think it'd be more, but like I said, those elderly are gonna throw it off.
Yeah. So all you people out there, now you know if you're fat or you're skinny. Simple. Well, John, let's see this one.
I'm gonna nail this one too. Let's go.
You know what? This is gonna be all for you. John, what is the world's record for consuming the most beers in one sitting? Because I guarantee you don't remember.
I don't remember. I know it was more than 36.
Can you be a fool twice?
And I think Andre the Giant owns the record. That's what I remember. Was it like 120?
It was 119. That's pretty
cool. My God, was it? Okay.
And I got more information.
Okay.
It was over the course of 6 hours. So if you do
6 hours,
119.
Yeah, we're all doing the same thing here.
And they were 12-ounce beers.
That's like 20 an hour. Why did I do calculator on that? I shouldn't be able to do that in my head.
20 an hour. That's
doable. One every 3 minutes.
Yeah, but he's just like, that's like a sip for him. It's a 12 ounces.
Was he trying to break a record? Was that like a
or was he having like a bad night?
Yeah, but was it like was Guinness there and he's just like
No, Guinness was not there.
Okay,
not
so
recorded.
it was
Okay, let me move on to the next one. How many men in a 12-hour period is the world record for penetrating a woman?
It's like an orgy? Is that what we're saying?
Well, it's one woman.
One woman.
And how many men, like, in and out, moved on to the next guy? 12 hours.
Are they all ejaculating, or just like you just gotta get in and out and that's it?
Confirm or deny. Well, I think
kind of like eating one chip.
I think they probably ejaculated.
Okay. In an hour?
12 hours.
12 hours? Is this
Yes.
a lucky female or a very unlucky female? God, I would be so bored.
This is like the world's record for the most men intercourse in a set period of time.
Yeah, this
Like
has to be
sit-in.
like this is like a foreign thing. I guarantee you, this is like in a country in Europe. Can you imagine being the last one in? Just get it over with, man.
Yeah. Imagine how she feels after 12 hours.
I can't even fathom. All right, I'm gonna just say, how long can a guy last? On average, these are probably like porn guys. They can probably last a longer time. I'm going to say a minute. All right. I'm just to make this math easy. 1 minute per guy, 12 hours times 60 is 24, 36, 72, 7. I'm going to say 722 men. 720 men.
I am very impressed with your logic of guess that record tonight. Because the answer is 919 men, which is averages 45 seconds per man.
45 seconds.
That's 12 straight hours of just fucking bam, bam, bam. 12 hours of that.
How much work do you think she's doing? I mean, at some point she can just sit there and
drink some water, eat, watch TV. Yeah, she's just taking it like but I mean, she has to stay moist, right? That's the key. I mean, are they
going to be moist?
Is maybe the men are coming in. They're probably backing it beforehand.
So can you imagine being the last guy?
You got to get something, right? How do you not pass something along there?
Oh my! Oh boy!
All right, this one doesn't even really count, but I'm going to play along with it because when I was doing all this, I came across a world's record that I think is beatable, John, and I feel like me and you should try to beat this record.
Okay.
What is the number of M&Ms? The world record for the most M&Ms stacked on top of each other.
like 3.
It is 5. I feel like I could beat that.
But it's so hard. I can't imagine.
Your hand is going to be steady.
5. I can definitely see a scenario where if you're eating some M&Ms, like you're gonna pull a bunch out and just try for 5.
I mean, I bet you we can't even get 2.
I would think stacking just one M&M on another would be really hard.
But 5.
Oh my god! Yeah, next time I eat M&Ms, I'm gonna try.
All right.
I feel like 3 is a pretty good accomplishment.
5 is doable. I feel like I had to practice and dedicate some part of my life to this, and
yeah. Okay. I like that. That's a good. I like that last one. I feel like you're right. Like it's something to kind of toy around with.
Yeah, agreed.
If you can post, we're gonna new bounty.
Ooh, oh my god! Yes, I agree. This is 100% a bounty.
If you can stack 6 M&Ms, we'll give you $10 eShop.
That's it. It's a world's record.
Look,
more than
we don't have an unlimited budget here, Drew.
I'll tell you what, if you can stack 3 M&Ms, I don't know if that's doable.
3? What are you going to offer for 3 M&Ms?
$5.
$5? All right. Is that coming out of our budget? That you're going to have to float that on your own.
That's my own budget. That's my budget. That's not even a bounty. If you can take a picture of 3 M&Ms stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
While flipping off the camera. or flipping off the M&Ms.
While
I will
taking
personally
900
buy you.
men
I will
in 12 hours.
If you can beat that record, you got the show.
Yeah, we'll need a video.
All right, 3 M&Ms. I'm serious. 3 M&Ms. Picture of 3 M&Ms with your middle finger. I will give you $5 eShop credit. Thank you.
Okay, I'm literally adding it to the list.
No horse shit. I don't want you like trying to glue them together in some shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's got to be a video. Do a little clip,
Yeah,
do a little video, and then just tap the top and knock them over. That will let us know that there wasn't any funny business going on.
But I want you to, well, I mean, shit, if you already got 3, you might as well keep going. Don't knock them over.
Maybe you're the one that did the bounty. Do you want to make it 4? You want to do 3?
No.
All
All right, that's it. Let's move on.
Okay. We got 2022. It's here. There are so many games that are coming out in 2022. But Drew, what are you most looking forward to? Give me your top 3.
Top 3. Here we go. This first one is everyone knows about this one, right? John, you might be a little shocked here, but I am super excited for Splatoon 3. And here's why. Because I love Splatoon 1, and I missed Splatoon 2.
I still can't believe you missed 2.
I didn't play it.
Why?
And I'm so excited to join, now that we're in this big community. I want to join this sucker. I want to level up. I want to be like the top tier guy and be like, wow, look at Drew go. And I'm excited. I think Splatoon 3, and maybe I'll talk a little bit about more later. I think Splatoon 3 is going to be huge. I think it's going to be big. I'm excited for it.
I can't wait for the community on that.
Me too.
Definitely have a channel.
What about you? What's your first?
My third one is going to be Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Love the first game, played it to death. We've talked about it a bunch of times. I just can't wait for this. And it has a different style. It's not in the grid, which I am kind of scared of. But I just want to know more about it. I love the first one. I trust them. So we'll see. It could be a scenario where like, I really didn't like that kind of gameplay, but I'm looking forward to it. And that's what this list is.
Agreed. My next one, Cursed to Golf. I am so excited for this game. This is a roguelite RPG golf game where it just looks fantastic. I can't wait. I don't know why. I'm so excited for this game.
I don't know either. Cursed to Golf?
Cursed to Golf.
This is your number 2?
There's no order. This is just in general.
This
game is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait for it.
It looks like Terraria.
What? No, it's going to be fantastic.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I hope it is as fantastic as you think it'd be. My number 2 is Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. It was supposed to come out in December. Yeah. It is pushed. I think it's coming out in April. I don't think we have an official date yet, but there's been a lot of like stuff seen where it could be April. I'm hoping it's April. I can't wait. I know it's like a remake of the first 2, but here's the thing. I don't remember shit about the first 2. It was so long ago.
I played the first 2.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
No, yeah. But you know how much I love the Wardroof.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. I loved the first 2, but I don't remember a single level. I'll never play it and go, oh, I remember this level, or I know what to do here. It doesn't matter. These games are so old. Just, I don't care. Remake them, whatever. Can't wait. I'm gonna sit down and just gonna like drink from the fire hose when this game comes out.
Oh my god, it's like 919 men in 12 hours. That's what gonna be me on this game.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah,
can't wait. My last one.
Wait, let me see if I can guess.
No, you can't.
Oh, never. Okay,
try, but there's 0% chance.
The Cursed to Golf sequel that will probably come out by the end of the year.
It's possible.
Okay.
A lot of people may not know about this game, John, but I know about this game. Because I know everything about Lord of the Rings. And there's a Lord of the Rings game coming to the Nintendo Switch. And it's called Lord of the Rings Gollum. Where you play as Gollum. And it's a stealth type game. The graphics and art style I love it. It's like like that kind of like a little bit of an oversized cartoon. Look it up. It's coming to all systems. This is going to be an amazing game. I can't wait. That's all there really is to say about it. I mean, it's just, I'm talking about that art style. I don't know how to explain it, but it's I love it looks fantastic.
I'm just not into Lord of the Rings, but I'm taking a little look. I totally see why you're kind of into this. It does look neat. Was this a Cloud. Is this on Switch?
It's going to be. It's not out yet.
Is it Cloud though?
I don't know what it is.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's probably like 150th on my list. But that's why
I wanted to be different, John. I didn't want to. I originally had the 2 games you already mentioned, and I knew they'd be on your list. So it had to be different. What's your third?
My top. We're going up, right? We're going.
I didn't have an order. I mean, I already know what your number 1 is.
Okay.
Let's be honest here.
It's Bayonetta 3.
It is.
I've waited long enough. I think the trailer. I love the new character design of Bayonetta. I don't know what this game is at all, because I think a lot of the stuff in the trailer was just kind of deceiving people. I'm not sure if those soldiers are in it. It looked a little campy. It definitely wasn't what a Bayonetta game generally looks like, but I have a feeling we're just going to get a lot of different stuff out of this game. So I don't know where it's going, but I'm super excited for it. I'm going to play through the first 2 again before this one comes out. And I'll say honorable mention, obviously, is going to be the Life is Strange Remastered Collection, which actually comes out in a couple weeks. But, it's a remaster of the existing game that I've played. So, but I'm still super excited. But yeah, and that's my order. Bayonetta 3 is my most anticipated game, followed by Advance Wars and then Mario Rabbids.
I would probably say my most is Splatoon, Lord of the Rings, and then Curse the Doll. So 1, 2, 3 in that order.
And I can't wait for Splatoon either. I'm still shocked it's coming out on the Switch. I would have thought they just leave Splatoon 2. They must know that not a lot of people are playing Splatoon 2 right now, and they want to get it going.
3 years or more? 4 years?
No, the Splatoon 2 came out, I think, in May of 2017. Was it May? It was maybe it was June of 2017.
Yeah, so 4.5 years?
It's going to be 5 years before Splatoon comes out. It'll probably come out at around the same time frame too, because having it come out in the summer gives
July.
Kids the summer to play. So
yep, I agree. So yeah, July.
Can't wait. All right, that was good. Let's talk about Kirby turning 30, and we got a new trailer for Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Dirty Kirby 30.
Dirty Kirby 30. This was we got the announcement for Kirby. When did we see this one? Was it E3?
This was at E3 or some type of direct later in the year?
Yeah, it was it was a direct. Yeah, it was the last. It was the last direct. I keep forgetting that we actually got a direct. And it looked a lot like Last of Us. I remember thinking, is this like some sort of alternate Last of Us? It just had that sort of feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just Kirby in this desolate, broken down mall that they were showing. But we got a new trailer this week that not only included new footage of it, which looks great, but we also got a date, March 25th, which is earlier than I expected, because they had said this was spring 2022. March 25th is literally the 4th day of spring. So it's very early in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about this one? Are you going to play?
I'll tell you what, this game looks awesome. I'm not going to lie. It looks fantastic. Let me ask you this. Before we get into it, what's your experience with Kirby as a whole?
I honestly haven't played a lot of Kirby games. I played Star Allies on the Switch. I did not enjoy it. I thought it was boring. I did play a lot of it on the Wii. I thought that was a really good game. I think Return to Dreamland is the one on the Wii. And I swear I played it like one other time. But overall, I'll play it. I played some of it on NES. I played some of it on Game Boy. Never really reached the end. Nothing has really grabbed me about Kirby. I fucking hate Kirby. Michelle mains Kirby on Smash Brothers, and that fucking guy just sucks you up, and it drives me crazy.
Oh yeah, and my experience is I had the original. I don't know if it was the original Kirby. I think Dreamland, right, on the original Game Boy.
I think the Game Boy. Yeah,
I had that. I played the shit out of it because when you're a kid, you have the Game Boy. You just play all these games. You don't know how to beat them. You end up playing like the same first 3 levels over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
That was my experience with Kirby. I never really got into any of the other Kirby games, and it's funny. I think Kirby's one of those things to me. It sounds like an amazing concept. Again, that's how I kind of feel about Pokemon. sounds like an amazing concept that I would love. But when I try to play them, it kind of falls short of my expectation and what I want out of it. Um, but this game looks almost like a direct clone of like a Mario's 3D World. Or
No,
I don't think
Odyssey.
it's I know everyone keeps saying that. I don't know if it's going to be as and Odyssey's not really open world, but I don't think it's going to be as open worldish as Odyssey. I think it's going to be more of a 3D world where you're in a land and there might be 10 levels or 8 levels within that land, which is a theme, or first world might be grass, and it's going to be like a 3D world where it's a big, level that you're going through in a 3D environment, and you have to get your star or whatever it is at the end. That's my take. It could be. I don't see it being. I agree. They have like the cityscape, but I think there's going to be like central hubs, right? Because we saw that you can upgrade your store and your cafe and stuff like that. So I think there will be some form of central hubs, but I don't know. Maybe more of like a Mario 64. But I know that's kind of like Odyssey in a way too. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as open world as like an Odyssey though.
It's not. So from the trailer, there's a part where you see Kirby flying over and you can see sectioned off worlds, and then you can see individual like stages.
Levels.
So clearly it's not one big open world, which is too bad, but it's fine. I literally think that this is just built on the Odyssey engine. This is just the Odyssey engine. It looks exactly like it. When you see it, I can literally see Mario, but it's Kirby. So I think that they got the Odyssey engine. And so maybe instead of Super Mario Odyssey 2, Nintendo decided, let's just give the engine off. I don't know if Howell is working on this. I can't remember. Let's just use the engine and just make a Kirby game instead. Because I always thought, like, what would you do in an Odyssey 2? Remember when we got Mario Galaxy 2? It was mostly the same gameplay. I can't remember. There must have been like a little tweak, but it was just different stages, different worlds, right? But what do you do in a Super Mario Odyssey 2 that's different? And I think Nintendo just said, we're just going to do Kirby in this same engine. And that's what this is. So I think this is our Super Mario Odyssey 2 built in the same engine. And it's going to be fantastic. It looks so freaking good.
Is. And the co-op, right? There's co-op.
There's
now,
co-op.
The co-op is, I don't know the names of these guys, but you'd have Kirby, but it's not like I wish like the second player was another Kirby. Made him like a blue Kirby or something, but it looks like it's the guy.
Waddle Dee.
Yeah. Which is obviously going to be the limited capabilities. So I don't want it to turn into one of those games where
limited or just different.
I don't know, right? I don't know.
Like, limited.
For example, Treasure Tracker is a good example where you're both even playing fields, even though you're different characters. It doesn't matter who you are.
Right.
You don't want it to be that like, you have to be Kirby to able to do X, Y, and Z, and Waddle Dee can only do, A, B, and C. You don't want that either. So I hope it's a good balance there. But we'll see. I don't know. You can't really tell.
Yeah, I would love to see, like, if you're co-oping and you have different skill sets that can help contribute a little bit like It Takes Two, but it's probably not because it's going to be a solo game too. So
correct.
I'm super excited for this. I'm a little nervous because we're going to buy one copy. I think Michelle might want to play this right away, but I kind of want to play right away. So we'll have to see if we do a little cartridge swapping on this one.
You won't play through it together?
We don't really play co-op, and we play at different times.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll play through it together.
I'll probably only play this game with Amy. I think we'll co-op the whole game together. And she'll want to be Kirby.
I'm willing to do it if the co-op is specifically engaging. But if it is like a scenario where it's like it's built really for solo, but you can co-op, then
correct. That's my point. Then I'm going to be a little. I agree.
Yeah, and it looks like there's tons of collectibles, and I'm super excited for it.
Sounds like mayhem potential.
Yeah, I hope we keep getting trailers too. Like, let's keep them coming the way they did with Metroid. Just keep showing more. I'm excited for it. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna get into our predictions for 2022, but before we do that, we have to make a correction. On the last episode, we went over the predictions for 2021, and we have our scoring system. And there was a prediction I had made that said that there would be a Metroid themed Switch that comes out with Metroid Prime 4 in 2021. I took a half a point because we did get the Metroid themed Switch, or at least what I thought was a Metroid themed Switch, the OLED with the white Joy-Cons. And I took half a point for that one. And we heard feedback about taking a half point for that one. So very humbly, I have to make this correction and change the scoring. And the winner of the 21 prediction contest, because that should have been credited as 0.6 points, is me. I win the 2021 predictions. Thank you, everybody.
No. It means, John, you are a fierce sport for having the balls to admit this. But truth be told, I am the champ. Simple.
Yeah, I heard from a lot of people that is not a Metroid themed Switch. I've heard you. I'm a fair guy.
You didn't listen to me.
I was not trying. I'll say I was not trying to be deceptive with that. I mean, like they ran that white Joy-Con look with Metroid. They combined it in every ad. But okay, I'll take 0.4. I'll take a slight loss, but it was more wrong than right. Congratulations, Drew.
Thank you.
2021
I'm about to give you predictions that are lead to back-to-back championships, and that's it.
I can't wait. Let's do it.
Right.
Let's do it. I can't wait.
Let's go.
All right.
You going first, or want me to go first?
Well, how many predictions are we going to do here?
Well, I have 11. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, I have 10. And
the last one a bonus.
All right. Well, we'll give you a bonus. We'll say it's a 0 point. You can do the prediction, but you can't get any points for it.
Okay.
All right. I have no order to these. I'm just going to go in. I'm going to go in order. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. All right. I'll start first. Now, remember, we give point totals for each one based on what we think, if this is a 1-pointer or 2-pointer or 3-pointer. So the tougher the prediction, the more points you can earn from it.
Okay.
All right. My first prediction is going to be there will not be a Switch Pro announcement in 2022. Because 2022 is going to be the Switch's biggest year. I think it's pretty evident from the games that are coming out, especially some of these sequels. It's going to be the biggest year. We won't. And Metroid Prime 4 is going to be a Switch 2 launch title, and so you won't hear about Metroid Prime this year either. So basically, what I'm saying is, you are not going to hear anything about next gen hardware in 2022 because they are going to be busy kicking ass all year long.
It's a great prediction, and I don't know, it's a great prediction. I like it, but I'm gonna go the opposite here for my first prediction. This is probably my least confident one, but I am gonna say we will see an announcement for a new Switch. It won't come out this year.
Okay,
but we will see one.
All right, how many points?
And then on this topic, let's pick them both one. I mean, it's the opposite.
Okay.
Is there any way, since we're on this topic, that you think a new Switch could come out this year with Breath of the Wild 2?
0 chance.
Okay,
no,
that's fair. I agree.
I mean, there's so many games coming out this year. How can you? The problem is, once you announce that new hardware is coming out, it generally will affect the sales of current gen because all the people who haven't bought one are going to just wait. And you have all these games coming out and all these sales to make, and you're going to depress not only the hardware sales, but the software sales.
I hate my predictions. I'm not going to lie, but I said it. It's done. It's on there.
All right. So I'm saying no announcement. You say announcement.
Correct.
Okay. My next one. This is going to be the year that we get Cloud Pass for NSO. They're going to announce that's going to be the big September one. I know I said this last year and lost. But it's so smart for Nintendo to make a Cloud Pass, maybe like $30 for the year. It's going to be, we've seen now that they will do a second tier that is on its own independent. So it's not going to be lumped in with NSO. And it's going to be, around $30, I don't know, a year, whatever. And you'll be able to play any Cloud Pass game at any given time. It's going to be basically Game Pass, but on the cloud. And it's going to come out in September.
Wow. I mean, I would enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to happen. but I'd enjoy it.
How many points?
I don't know. It's just complicated with doing points.
This is what we did last year.
I just think everyone 1 point, unless it's like a multiple tier.
Okay. All right. I mean, I think it's a pretty brazen prediction there. I think it's worth
Fine, but then you get
two.
negative 2 points if you're wrong.
Oh, no.
That's okay then.
That's not
then
how it works.
That's how you can't just say it's worth 10 points and then if you get it right you win, but if you lose it's only -1. No. If you want it to be a percentage thing, then we can play that game and you can give it as many points as you want. All right. There will be a brand new Mario game this year. Not a remake, not a port. Brand new Mario.
Like a main Mario game.
Yeah, it might be a 3D or 2D. It's irrelevant. It's going to be a brand new game. We don't know anything about it.
Okay.
It's going to be a platformer. This isn't anything. This isn't like a spin-off Mario game. This is like a main series platformer Mario game.
Are you including remakes or you really are saying a new game?
New.
Okay.
Not a remake.
Okay. All right. All right. My next one is going to be E3 will be, and I know it's going to be all digital event or whatever. E3 will be all about Breath of the Wild 2, and Breath of the Wild 2 will be getting a fall release. Probably, I don't think it's going to be the holiday game. It could be the holiday game. I've said in the past it should be the holiday game, but it could be the fall as well. So it could be like a September, October. I can totally see that happening.
But it won't be after October.
It'll be in the last 4 months of the year, let's say.
Okay.
I don't want to make that part of my prediction, but obviously if they're doing an E3, it's probably going to be in those last 4 months anyway.
Well, what describes an E3 that everyone says that it's all about Breath of the Wild? But I guess my problem is if it's digital, how is it really? It's not going to be like theirs.
It's going to be the big. They're going to go on about it for like 8 minutes in the presentation. Okay. It'll be the main game that they're announcing. Not that they're announcing that they're showing. Potentially, they could be revealing the title at E3. I don't know. It might happen sooner. But you're going to see a lot of gameplay, and like if E3 was real, all of the figures in their stage would be Link and stuff like that.
This did not make my final 10 list, but so it won't count. But I do think that we will see some type of open water concept as well, similar to like a Wind Waker in Breath of the Wild 2. As well as the sky, because I think that's the obvious one, but I think we might see some type of water and boating aspect as well.
I don't really like water, but I'm excited to see. I think the sky is very heavily involved. I'm really excited to see the title of this thing. If they make the title just right and really link it into some previous stories and stuff, I mean, I think the hype level could get insane just from the title alone.
Could. Breath of the Air. All right. We will get a new Mario Kart game this year. And the little twist that everyone says is the rumor is we're not going to have just karts anymore, John. This is taking a book straight out of Diddy Kong Racing, where it's going to be other transportation vehicles involved.
What other transportation vehicles are there? I never played Diddy Kong.
In Diddy Kong, they had even a boat in. I think they had the airplane. There's going to be other forms of racing besides just a kart.
Ooh, like Eliminator Boat Duel. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Is
that your prediction right there? Just alternate vehicles
of some sort. Yep. And it's coming out this year.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
That's so funny. That's your third prediction. My fourth prediction is there will be no Mario Kart 9 announcement in 2022 because, again, it will be for the Switch 2. I don't see a reason for them to come out with it. It would sell a gazillion copies for sure. But if you're going to make that game this year, I understand the Switch 2 will play all the Switch 1 games. That's not even...
It's all backwards compatible.
But you would want to up-res it. You would want it to look even sexier on a Switch 2, because if that's the main kart racing game on the Switch 2, you need a Switch 2 version. So I'm saying it is going to come out. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out in April, a month after the Switch came out. I think it's going to be the same thing, either a launch title or very soon after the Switch 2 comes out. So I don't think Mario Kart is even going to be discussed this year.
I don't think so. I think it will. We'll see.
I hope I'm wrong, actually.
All right, my number 4. I'm proud of this one. Splatoon 3 is going to take things to a whole new level, and it's going to introduce some type of a battle royale mode where it's going to be more than just a head-to-head battle. It might be 4 teams. I'm not saying it's going to be 99 people going at it, but there's going to be more than 2 people or 2 teams going head-to-head online.
That would be awesome.
So I'm thinking even it could be like, might have like duel.
Oh,
Like, so it'd be like me and you could play against like 4 other teams of 2.
Yeah.
And we all have our own color paint. And it's just going to be...
That would be awesome. I love the asymmetry of it. That it's not just a team versus another team.
Correct. It's sort of a battle royale concept or something where multiple teams or more than just head to head.
The first thing I thought about was, can Nintendo's Online handle it? But remember, they have made some changes and they've had people paying into Nintendo Online for a few years now. So if this is where the investment is going, this would be a great place to do it.
And maybe that's not my answer, but regardless, Splatoon 3 is going to be something different and big. Just Splatoon 2, I mean, I didn't play it, but it was pretty much the same game, right? New levels, new items, new guns, a little bit of life and, quality improvements, but I think this will be a step up.
That's what I was going to say. That's my biggest worry of Splatoon 3 is it just plays like Splatoon 1 or 2 with little tweaks. Splatoon 2's big thing was the salmon run, which was like the co-op, which I really love. Like every day I think about like jumping in and playing it. But yeah, I really hope Splatoon 3 really changes up the gameplay. It's not just
I think it will.
turf war. All right, cool. I like it. My 5th prediction. We are finally going to get either major Ring Fit story DLC, or we're going to get a full-fledged Ring Fit 2. We're going to get a boxed version that comes with the ring, and we're going to get a digital version so that people who already own the ring can just buy the digital version, maybe like 10 or 20 bucks less, and play a different version of it. Because Ring Fit was very popular. It sold incredibly well, much to the surprise. And we're all still sitting at home, largely for the most part. There's still some people avoiding gyms. And just give us a new game or a big chunky DLC. I tend to think it'll be a different game that uses that ring. I think it's time for it.
I like it. It's a good one. I didn't see that happening. All right, number 5. We will see announced a new Xenoblade Chronicles game.
Oh, please.
Or Xenoblade some form.
3? Think it's 3 or a sequel to 2?
I don't know.
Have to. I won't hold you to this one.
I just think it's a new one. I don't think it's getting ported over. I think it's a new Xenoblade game. I'm not sure how they will follow the storylines and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's really it really is no way they'll bring X over because they just did a port, and doing another port 5 years after the new game came out would be like, this is what you've been doing. Like they need to do a new one. Then you can do X after that.
I agree. Yeah. And I don't know if they will. X was very different. Not that it was bad. It was just different.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3 is probably the answer.
Okay. I would be excited for like a sequel to 2. But 3 would be fine. Cool. I think I would almost like 3 better because then I'd feel like I have to play 2 again before I played 2. Okay, cool. My 6th prediction is going to be that we're gonna get, and this is a tight one because it's coming out soon. We are gonna get a Kirby themed Switch Lite to coincide with the release of Kirby that's coming up March 25th. It will be announced soon. It will be the basic Switch Lite. I don't think it'll be OLED or they'll change anything. We already have a Coral Switch Lite, which is pinkish, but this one's going to be more like the Pokemon one where you have Kirby etching on it. It's going to be pink, but it's going to be like sort of that Kirby red.
That could be cool.
And I think that's going to come out day and date with Kirby.
That's a good one. I like that. Good one. All right. My next one. 3 out of the following 6 major games will be ported to the Switch.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? 3 of the following 6?
Yeah, I'm gonna name 6 big games.
You're going to just in this prediction right here? Or are you just going to give
I don't think
yourself?
so.
Okay,
They're
let's
big
hear it.
games. I think you're gonna say no to all of them.
I got to hear this list before I'll even greenlight this one.
First game, Forza.
Forza.
Yes.
I think that's an Xbox exclusive.
Well, maybe not forever.
So that one's
Cyberpunk.
Like, is this cloud? Or are you think like they're going to port this?
Either way, I don't give a shit.
I mean, there's no chance.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh my god.
Marvel Adventures.
Ugh.
Resident Evil Village.
I think that's 5 games. Did you say 5 or 6?
That's 6.
Say them again.
Forza, Cyberpunk, Fallen Order. Nope, that's 5. So 3 out of 5.
Okay. What was the last one?
Resident Evil Village.
Oh my god. All right. So Resident Evil 7, didn't that come out in cloud form in Japan? I think that was Japan only. I think when I said my cloud prediction earlier, I also said there would be an expanded number of games that would come with it. And some of the games you mentioned here were definitely like on my mind, especially Resident Evil Village.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see this happening if they are cloud. There is no way we're getting a Cyberpunk port. I will give you all of my children. I will give you 20 points if they port Cyberpunk to Switch, like just port it over. There's no chance. I wouldn't trust that company. Can you imagine that company? That game is still buggy as shit. Porting it to Switch? Oh my god. But I can totally see it being like available cloud-based. It's already been cloud-based.
Well, yeah, it's available on the Switch.
Yeah. I can see all of those games being on the cloud except for Forza. I can totally see all those games being made available.
I only need 3 of them.
And Nintendo really needs to do this pass idea with those cloud games. Just do it.
Do it. Okay.
All right. That's never happening. Number 7. Maybe this is me just wanting it. We're getting a new Fire Emblem, and it's coming out probably this summer. I am Fire Emblem starved. I remember when Three Houses was coming out. I was so excited. When did that game come out? It came out
a long time ago.
July of 2019. So it's been 2.5 years. We're due. Plus, I really want a Fire Emblem that has less. I love Three Houses. I played it through 3 times with 3 different schools. I want to see a Fire Emblem, a little more just kind of battle centric. They've always had sort of the quasi dating system going on, but it's usually mostly optional, and you can just get to the next battle pretty quickly. Three Houses definitely locked you into like having to go around and doing schooling and that sort of stuff.
It looks like Harry Potter.
Yeah, I just want to see a more focused, smaller game. It could be a remake or a remaster of an older game, but we're going to get a new Fire Emblem game. I guarantee it in 2022. Guaranteed it. We only have 1 Fire Emblem game on the Switch. Most Nintendo consoles have several. So we're definitely getting another one. That's true. We do have Fire Emblem Warriors, but that is more of a Warriors game than Fire Emblem.
True. All right. We will not be getting a new Donkey Kong game in 2022 because everyone thinks we're getting one.
That'd be sad.
I think it was actually Kirby, which people thought was a Donkey Kong game. We're not getting it. There's no Donkey Kong game coming out this year.
How many Nintendo games Nintendo published games do we know are coming in this year? It's Kirby, Breath of the Wild 2.
Splatoon. Well, we
some of them are like published, like
we
Advance
don't know
Wars.
for a fact Breath of the Wild is coming out.
Well, they have. I'm saying Nintendo has said it's coming out in 2022, and
they've never officially said that.
They did. They said 2022. Yeah.
When?
The last trailer, 2022.
Did they?
Like, we all know it's coming out in 2022. It could be delayed. You're right, but the intention is for it to come out in 2022.
But we have those big ones. Advance Wars technically is Nintendo, right?
Yeah, but
I know it's not a big
right.
But
is that it? Is that all we know? Bayonetta is not. Bayonetta is Nintendo published, but it's built by Platinum. So there's room in 2022 for new, because I feel like 2022 is crammed But if we're just talking like first party Nintendo titles, is it just those two?
You gotta have a Mario something in there.
Absolutely, but nothing announced. So it's just the two. So we know we're going to get probably at least 3 or 4 easy other main tentpole games.
Let me skip ahead and tell you then right now what we're going to be getting from Nintendo.
Okay.
We're going to be getting not just a new Mario sports game. I think it's going to be a Mario baseball game.
I would love that.
I think Strikers would be great. I want Strikers, but I think the last baseball game we had was on the Wii, just like Strikers. So, I mean, it could really be either one. I think they were both like 2008.
I would love any of them.
I'm going Mario Baseball.
I would kill for it. You know what's funny too is Nintendo has been bereft of baseball games. We didn't have any baseball games until finally Super Mega Baseball came out on the Switch. And we have 2 and 3. Came out. Well, we have 2 and 3 for Super Mega Baseball. We got the RBI games, but they're so lousy.
Okay.
And MLB, the show, is supposed to come out on the Switch, but we haven't heard in a long time. In fact, the MLB, the show, came out for the 2021 season, and they said it was coming to Switch, and the season's now over, and we still don't have it on Switch. So I don't know what's going on with that one. But yeah, like Mario Baseball makes so much sense because it would also be a baseball game that we desperately need.
Yep.
All right.
Done 2 there. So what's yours?
What's that? Was that a prediction?
That was a prediction.
So, but your prediction was no Donkey Kong.
And then Mario Baseball.
Mario Baseball. Okay, you're going to just put them together?
2 separate.
Okay. All right. I got one for you.
Okay.
Super Mario 35 is coming back to the NSO, and it will be rebranded. So it won't have the 35 moniker anymore.
You must have talked to some inside rumor because that is the most left field bullshit prediction I've ever heard. I think where would you come up with that?
Well,
it's dead.
They took it off and it was very unpopular, and they know that people wanted to play it, and I don't see why, because they're struggling to find an identity on the NSO. But Mario, the reason why they took Mario 35 off, it was a special anniversary edition, and I think enough time has passed since they took it off. And it's going to come back and be like Super Mario Online or something. They'll probably tweak the game a little bit, so it'll be a little bit different, but mostly the same game. And yeah, I mean, look, Tetris 99 is a permanent fixture. Pac-Man 99 is a permanent fixture. Why take Super Mario 35 off? Because it's not the anniversary anymore. So we're going to get a Super Mario. Maybe it'll be Super Mario 99. I don't know. They could just make it a Super Mario 99, but whatever. But it's not going to be Super Mario 35. It's going to be a little bit different.
I mean, yeah, I'm down for that. All right. Here's a softball. Mario Party Superstars will be getting DLC.
Oh my God. I don't know if that's a softball, but I'd like to see it.
They've been advertising the shit out of it lately on Facebook and on their Twitter page and everywhere else.
Mm-hmm. They've been announcing these levels, and since I didn't play it, are those levels new, or they're just basically talking about them?
That's my point. They're just talking about random maps. Like, why are they doing that?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I'd love to see.
You don't even need new mini games, to be honest. They have like 100 mini games. I'm fine with that. Just give me a couple more maps.
Yeah,
that's what makes you want to keep playing a game, is a map. To me personally, because you don't even play. You might play 5 games and not even play all the mini games.
Right.
It's the maps that you want to change up.
I think they would throw in some new.
They might
throw in some new
20.
Yeah.
But
by the way, the Chiefs are just stomping the Steelers right now.
Oh my God! Yep, this game's over. I'm turning it off.
All right. Here's one. We just saw Captain Toad come free to the NSO. And the thing about Captain Toad to me is, and I kind of talked about it, is that nobody's really talking about it. So take a game that nobody's really talking about and just bring it into the conversation. And really, it's low risk for Nintendo. If people aren't buying the game anymore, if he's so adorable, that Captain Toad, go track that treasure. But like, if nobody's really talking about it and their sales are low, then why not throw it on NSO? You get some buzz and then maybe you get a bunch of sales. I think that's what Nintendo did. They're going to do the same thing with another game that people aren't talking about anymore, that probably has low sales anymore. and that's Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening is going to come back to NSO for a free week, and what makes it perfect for this is that most people won't be able to beat it in a week. It's kind of an adventure game, so maybe they'll buy it afterwards. And as a bonus, this is my bonus, they're going to fix the bug where the water slows down the frame rate of the game. So it's going to get the patch that it has always needed. And it's going to be free for a week on NSO.
It's bold. I like
bold.
it.
I'd love to see it, though. Link's Awakening was so good. I actually considered replaying it today. Just today. I was like,
will play it again. It's
my
favorite, one of my favorite Zelda games. I will replay it. All right, let's leave the video game world for a second. Because as we know, Nintendo is doing a lot with amusement parks, right? So as of right now, they're building Super Nintendo World in Hollywood, California. It's supposed to open, I don't know if it's next year, 2023. And as we know, they're building a Super Nintendo World in Orlando, Florida, at Universal Studios' new third park that's not open yet, called Epic Universe. So we know those things. Those are hard facts. They're both getting Super Nintendo World.
Right.
But what we don't know is anything else. And I'm predicting that this year we find out a new Nintendo-themed attraction or addition to a park. So there's rumors that a Donkey Kong expansion could be opening either in Orlando or in Japan. We don't know. That's just a rumor. There's been no solid info on that. Also, they've been teasing Universal. If you're familiar with Orlando, there's two parks, right? There's Island Adventure and Universal Studios. Universal Studios just closed down one of their rides, Shrek 4D, John. And they posted a picture. Universal Studios tweeted out a picture of a banana. And they said something like, "It's getting crazy here." And a lot of people said they're going to open up a Minion ride there instead. Well, I think they're going to be opening a Donkey Kong ride there instead. It's going to be some type of show, Donkey Kong show, maybe like a minecart show of some sort, 3D, glasses and the whatever.
Ooh, yeah.
But that's my prediction. We get a new announcement from Nintendo about something in the amusement park world that's not Super Nintendo World. It's an addition or new attraction.
That would be pretty sweet. When are we supposed to finally get a Super Nintendo World here?
Well, just said Hollywood is 2023 next year, and then Orlando is like 2025.
So you think it will be 2023 still?
Yeah, I think it was originally in 2022, and they pushed it out.
Okay.
I'll double check why you say next one.
I can't wait. I mean, I'd love to. It's hard to get excited for a new announcement or whatever. It's just like, I just need the one.
Yeah, that one's closer to you than Orlando.
All right.
Yeah, if you look at pictures, it's pretty far along, to be honest.
Okay. I mean, you can never tell because you just see the outdoors. You don't know what they've done on the insides, right? There's a lot to build out, so those pictures can often be misleading.
Yeah, or they might not, though, to be the opposite, right? Because maybe they're far along on the inside.
Maybe, but we don't know. All right, my final prediction is as hopeful as you can get.
Okay.
Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp was supposed to come out in December. They delayed it to 2022. They did not even give a month. We anticipate it might be April at this point. We do not know. Why would you delay a game that was supposed to come out? I can't remember when they delayed it, but it was getting close. It was like a month and a half.
The game was done. I agree. I feel like the game was done.
I feel like it was a month and a half away. They were releasing it in a month that didn't really have anything else from Nintendo, and they delayed it. So it wasn't about the schedule, and they delayed it, and they didn't even give a reason why. Here's the reason why. I think they updated the art style of the game. I think there's been enough criticism that the art style did not look great. It almost looked, I hate to say it, but it almost looked like a mobile game sort of graphics.
Yeah, it looked like Game Boy Advance-ish. Like, yeah, it was weird. It was like
And look at what Way Forward has done with other games. They've done some really good jobs, especially with pixel graphics that look lush and colorful. And there was something about it. I think Nintendo heard that criticism and decided to delay the game to update. They wouldn't even have to change the gameplay, just change the sprites. And they didn't give a date because they didn't quite know how long that was going to be. But I think that is why Advance Wars got delayed. So I think when we finally see another trailer to Advance Wars, it's going to look decidedly different than what we've seen before.
Just the animation portion of it, you're saying?
Just everything about the art direction, the look of the characters, the animation of the characters, it's going to look different, maybe a little more pixelated. It's going to look different.
Huh.
I think it's going to get like the Sonic the Hedgehog treatment, right? The movie's the same, but we're just going to update the animations and graphics in place. Nothing else needs to change. But we just need a different art direction. I think the art direction got lost there, and I don't think it looked really great. I'd still play the shit out of it, but I don't think it looked great. I think that's the reason for the delay.
Already? That's all I got. You done?
I'm done. I think you did 2 at one time.
I did 2, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Jumped ahead.
I like these predictions.
Good prediction. I hope they all come true, to be honest, but if not, that's okay.
All right. I'm excited.
So, John, what do we have coming up in the next few weeks?
Oh my gosh. We have 2 big, exciting games coming up over the next couple of weeks. The first one, RPG Golf. How would you say it? RP Golf or RPG Golf?
I'd say RPG Golf, but I think they spell it with only one G.
Okay. RPG Golf comes out January 20th. I don't know anything about this. Drew put it in at some point while we were doing the show. It's another golf game. The dude plays nothing but golf games, but you know what? You all love the golf games. I don't know. I think the game looks weird. It almost looks like Golf Story a little bit.
It does, but it does.
All right. That game comes out January 20th. And then we're all waiting for Pokemon Legends Arceus or Arceus, whatever you want to call it, coming out January 28th. Don't forget, we have a bounty for that game. You show us a shiny. If you're the first one to show us a shiny, you'll get that $5 bounty. It's a little bounty, but
it's a little bounty.
It's how you use it. It's a little bounty.
John, I will not be picking this game up. I decided.
Why not? Why not? I mean, no, I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying I'm curious why.
I tell you, every time I think about Pokemon, I get excited, and then it's like an instant. It's like an instant letdown.
Yeah. Well, it's usually a letdown because it's the same gameplay style, and that's just what has me excited for Arceus.
It's just not doing it for me.
We literally don't know much of anything about the gameplay. We've gotten some stuff. We've seen a mission list, which I'm excited about. We've seen enough details. We have some ideas of some of the new Pokemon we'll see and some of the story, but we really don't have a full picture of this game. And that's what I love about it. That I don't know what it's going to be like. Whereas every Pokemon game that comes out, like we just had the Pearl and Diamond remake, we know exactly how it's going to play. And they change the story every time, but it's the same thing. It's not even important anymore.
Do you think we get like a little Pokemon? You know, they do like their own little direct or videos and stuff between now and the next 2 weeks.
Yes. We'll get another one.
You think we'll get one between now and the game release?
I think so. I think we can get one.
Yeah. It explains a little bit more about it. Because maybe, to be honest, maybe that would sell me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
If
I think it would be smart if they did. But anyways.
I haven't heard anybody say they're not going to play it based on the gameplay they've seen, but I have seen people say the graphics really don't blow them away. And I think the big problem is we're used to seeing Breath of the Wild in this context or some other open worlds where there's like more trees, more landscape, hills, and the game is very flat. But the reason is you're doing these Pokemon battles and there needs to be room, like they're in place.
Yeah.
And so I think they just have a lot of flat land, which doesn't lend itself to looking really pretty at all. It's like you're walking in this big area and there's like 5 trees. And I can't say I agree with their approach to this, like what it was going to look like. I think it was a very functional decision. But
yeah, that's fair.
I will probably play this day 1. So we'll see. I'm going to definitely see what the reviews are. If it gets like 7s, I'll probably wait. I'll play at some point, but I'll wait. If it's getting 9s, I'll probably play it day 1.
That's fair.
That's all we got.
That's it. That's all we got. That was a
That's
fun
it.
episode.
That was good. That was fun.
That was good.
Now we got to wait a year to see if our predictions were right. And that's it.
Alrighty. Well, that's
You're
all
excited.
I got. Thank you, everyone, and have a lovely night.
Good night, dads.
The Dads After Dark show is part of the Nintendo Dads family of podcasts. You can subscribe to us anywhere podcasts are available, including iTunes, Castbox, Spotify, and Stitcher. Also, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review. Pretty please. Be sure to join us on the Nintendo Dads Discord in our Dads After Dark channels for some naughty After Dark talk. Follow us on Twitter at NDadsAfterDark or email us at dadsafterdarkshow@gmail.com. And a big thank you to Family Jewels for our show's music. You rock. That's all for tonight. Good night, Dads. Sweet dreams.
You and I have been hard.